tonight. It's so great to be back home after living in a city for so long. I'm so excited to be able to start my middle of nowhere tour here at the Crazy Beaver. You know, when I told people back at school that I was performing at the Crazy Beaver, I got so many weird looks. They're all like, "What the fuck is the Crazy Beaver, Laura?" So I had to explain that it was a restaurant and a bar that has terrible service, unless you're drinking or you're from the U of I. I also got asked if they serve beaver, so I said, of course, it's Friday night special. You know, moving to a city is so weird, because they frown upon, anything fun. I mean, what do you mean you've never had a golf cart power wheel race? Or you are sledding down stairs, hay bales, through ditches? I mean, am I crazy? That stuff's fun, right? Also, people trying to figure out how to pronounce my hometown of Shabans is really great, too. They're all like, Shebans? Sherbants? No, it's Shabants or Shitbants. Because we can't have a gas station, but we do have 4 bars, so it's shit. Shabants also means little duck in Native American, but I've never seen no ducks while living here. People are always like, so you grew up in a small town. What was that like? Well, I had 69 classmates. Yup. Really spoke for my high class. Out of the 69 classmates, we had at least 5 pregnancies. Also speaks for the number. But growing up in a small town was great, because you know everyone and their business, their families, and their business. Oh, hey, Andrea, how's your grandma's toe fungus? Cleaning up? Great. That's the great. We've been praying for her at all 10 churches in our 3 towns. But no, I love this place so much that moving to college was definitely a culture shock for sure. Many of you don't know, but I ended up rooming with 3 other girls. 4 girls in one tiny dorm room. I was freaking out. I was like, how am I going to do this? So, you know, I have my shit together, thanks to my parents. So I had to pick my room fairly early. So I joined this quad with this one chick. Let's call her Daisy. So what do I do next? I Facebook message Daisy. I send her the comment message like, hey, we're rooming together next year, blah, 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 can't wait to meet you. Guess what? The bitch never answers me and then leaves the room. Like, seriously? This happens a couple other times, a couple other come and go, and I'm just like, fine, don't room with me. I'll be in a quad by myself, fine with me, more space than a tiny little dorm room. Next, there's a Mexican named Desiree, and she actually answers my messages and stays in the room. And next we have an African American named Holly join our room. When this happens, my dad said, Laura, all you need is an Asian, and then your room will be the United Nations. We didn't end up with an Asian. We ended up with Caitlin, just another white girl who loves her Starbucks. Eventually move-in day came and the nervousness was clearly present. I'll be honest, I was being a bitch to everyone because of all the stress. We packed the cars and hit the road, and right as we pull out of my lane, we ended up right in a construction zone. Seriously? There you go. Hey guys, so it's move-in day, August 17th. So we are barely out of my driveway and we're already stopped in construction. So this is how the drive is going to go. So after that fiasco, we drive the hour and a half to Normal and I get to meet these 3 other girls. As we're pulling up to the wonderful Waterston Towers, I have my window down and I see Holly. And she spots me and starts going, Lo! Lo! Dad, that's my roommate, Lo! Lo was the fabulous nickname I had been given by my roommates. When Holly started yelling that, I could tell I was going to like her already. So we wait in the longest elevator lines and finally get up to Marshall 3. After getting everything up, we all started to unpack. Let me tell you, 4 girls in one room with family members all over the place, it equals one hot hellbox. This went on for about 4 hours, and slowly everyone's families left with a few tears and cheers, of course, and then we were alone. But, surprisingly, we all started off on a good foot, and we had participated in the Welcome Week activities together, because we're all that each other had. We also tried to be social on our floor by keeping our door open, because that's what all the college pamphlets say, you know, keep your door open, meet friends on your floor. But it's hard to do when no one ever came by or said hi the first 3 days we were there. So we were all confused of why we were not seeing anyone else on our floor. But finally our RA explained to us that we were the only fresh meat on the floor and the rest were sophomores and moving in that weekend. So a lot of crazy things have happened since I moved into Marshall 304 and met these girls. First off, we started calling ourselves the Dream Team. I don't know exactly why, but now that's what everyone on our floor calls us. During the fall of 2016, around Halloween time, the big clown killing epidemic was happening around college campuses in America. This left everyone scared shitless to go out at night, and it led to the Dream Team taking extra precautions. We locked our door more. I know this sounds silly, but we have forgotten multiple times to lock our door at night. We're really bad at remembering those kinds of things. And it wasn't just at night, though, that we were locking it. It was during the day at random times when we were in the room, just to be safe from the clowns. We had our own secret knock, people. Like, this is serious business. A clown could get through the locked doors in the lobby where you have to swipe your card, come up to Marshall after they figure out Waterson's system in the elevator, get through our locked suite door, and come right into room 304 and kill us. My favorite is when Holly was listing off the things we had to kill the clown in our room if they happened to attack us. She was like, I took karate when I was little, we have mace, and we have Lysol to spray in their face. We were all dying of laughter after that.
How are you going to protect us from the clowns?
We got mace, and I took karate when I was little. And we got this Lysol we can spray in their eyes.
So this next story is about how a special team won a very big game. That's right, I'm talking about how the Cavaliers beating Golden State. Actually, not really. I'm talking about the Cleveland baseball team. I think they're called the Chokers? Oh wait, I mean the Indians. The Indians. That's right. I'm talking about the World Series champions, the Chicago Cubs. That's right. Come on, cheer them on. Now, I've been a fan of the cursed team since I was born, and to finally see the 108-year curse be broken was so freaking awesome. It was wild at school during the whole playoff run and into the final 7-game series. I luckily got to see them clinch the pennant race while back home with my family.
We're going to the World Series!
But sadly, I had to be at school for Game 7. So my friend Julia and I are watching the game in my room, and it's intense. My roommates come back in from whatever they were doing, and that is when the Indians hit the 2-run homer and started to score and tie the game. Julia and I were pissed. We were going madman crazy, and we blamed my roommates for ruining the lead. So I kicked them out. Yeah, you heard that right. I kicked my roommates out of my room like they had any control of the game. So then it comes down to the 9th, and the game was still tied. Then the out-of-the-blue rain delay happened, and I was like, are you kidding me? It's getting late. I have an 8 a.m. tomorrow. I'm tired, and I just want this game to be over with. During the rain delay, Julia starts going crazy and is FaceTiming her boyfriend and yelling and screaming about the game. She was like, Trevor! It's not over! We got this! We just need to score! It's not over! She was yelling, screaming, pacing all over my room.
Trevor!
Finally, the rain delay was over and the end of the game was near. My dad FaceTimed me so we could watch the ending together, but his stupid-ass TV was just seconds before mine. So every time I play or hit, he would know before me, including the last out, done by my boyfriend, Chris Bryant. He couldn't keep his excitement in, and I knew before I even saw it happen that the Cubs had won the fucking World Series. Then you would thought a bomb went off as you heard the pounding on the walls and the people running down the stairs of Waterson. People were rushing to the quad to celebrate. Meanwhile, I stayed upstairs because it was raining, and knowing me, I would have gotten trampled and killed in the mad dash. There were people complaining and wanting people to get noise complaints. Like, are you fucking kidding me? This shit doesn't happen every day. It has been 108 years since this happened. But then we realized the noise complaints were coming from Cardinals fans. Speaking of noise complaints, we're in a constant floor-pounding contest with our upstairs, downstairs, and next-door neighbors. To start off, our next-door neighbors hate us because they are freshmen and fun haters. We have had them shut our door for being too loud, but I'm pretty sure laying in your bed silently on your phone is the opposite. But who knows? I'm just a freshman. They also come into our room during non-quiet hours and tell us to be quiet because they are trying to study. Excuse me, bitch, if you want a quiet place to study, try the library. After that, my roommates and I shoved the 24 quiet hour sign under their door. My favorite story about our next door neighbor, who we call Koala, is when she dropped her cell phone down the garbage chute. That was such a great day. On to our upstairs neighbors. I don't know what their daily activities include, but I'm pretty sure a main one is dropping their bed up and down multiple times. It literally feels like the ceiling is going to cave in when this pounding noise is heard. We try our best to let them know to shut up by banging hangers and hitting our broom on the ceiling and yelling up to them, but it doesn't work. Finally, our downstairs neighbors. They hate us because sometimes we have dance parties and stomp on the ground. But it's not all the time, and sometimes you just gotta shake the stress out and let loose. Alright, y'all, that's all I got time for tonight. I really would like to thank you once again for letting me open my middle of nowhere tour here. I miss being surrounded by cornfields. Actually, not really. Keep being boring, you country bumpkins. Good night!